Talking here about the early days of pirate radio on the Knock John Forts. I was away at boarding school during much of the time and only got involved during school holidays. I particularly remember spending a chilly Christmas on the Knock John Forts in 1965 with the DJs and staff at the station. We all went out there, me, my parents, my sister Penny, and Fruitcake, our family cat. We had a really good time. I was somewhat perturbed at going to the studio in the early hours one morning, finding one of the DJs, Chris Stewart, sitting at the microphone, unshaven, in his striped pajamas, babbling away to his devoted listeners, but with a hammer next to the turntables in front of him. He was quick to explain. He was the only one up at that time of the night, and was a bit concerned that Joshua might walk in. Joshua, I questioned him. Who the hell is Joshua? You mean you haven't heard about Joshua? He's the ghost that lives in the North Tower. No one goes down there. That's why we all sleep in the South Tower, he said in a concerned and fearful voice. I noticed his eyes were starting to pop out of his head on stalks a little, in an ever so slightly demented fashion as he warmed to his subject. It was strange hearing this from his deep resonating BBC-style voice. Only the engineers go down there on sufferance to tend the generators when they really have to, he explained. Apparently, there had been many strange things going on. Noises heard for no logical reason, strange smells emanating from the tower. Generators had been known to stop for no apparent reason, the lights going dimmer and dimmer until plunging into darkness. Machinery stopped and the station would go silent and off the air, only to restart itself without human intervention. Tools also went missing and things were moved unexplainably. On one occasion, voices were heard coming from the depths of the tower. With this, a posse of young, skinny, pale and spotty DJs all assembled, armed themselves with heavy spanners, knives and various improvised weapons to descend into the bowels of the tower to investigate, in case a rival faction had taken up residence there. They found nothing. They were all without exception convinced that things weren't quite right in the North Tower. I thought. That was the tower where months before Dad and I had thrown the ammunition out of the generator room window into the sea, and had felt decidedly uneasy. Next day, I took a torch and descended the 7th floor to the bottom of the tower. It was dark and creepy, and the rooms were much as they would have been during the war, when the sailors messed, that is, ate their food and slept in bunks built around the walls. Needless to say, I didn't find anything other than the skeletons of some long-dead cormorants that had found their way down there and had perished unable to escape, but no ghosts or human skeletons wearing rotting wartime uniforms. Once again, however, the hackles rose on my neck, and I was happy, with heart pounding and aching legs from climbing the stairs as quickly as I could to regain the main deck. So that's my ghost story. Perhaps you'd send us yours.